Welcome to Airmythoughts, Tiri, kungo, taura, nyaya, which translates to we are just talking or we are just having a conversation. Today's topic is about choice. I was going back and forth about what to talk about, especially when I had a moment that just made me feel despondent. You can probably tell by the way my voice is this evening. But this video put things into perspective for me, and it was called The Power of Choice, and I'm going to provide the link below. And that really helped me kind of shift my perspective, alongside having a really amazing conversation with a family member, but then also trying to get myself back into a space of elation and hope like I'd had before. So I had a miracle happen today, and I got up and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, yes, a manifestation has happened. Yes, the power of fasting. Yes, thank you, higher powers. And when an opportunity arose, which I was grateful for, this opportunity, however, me sharing the excitement and my plans moving forward wasn't the best idea. As I learned that as when God gives you a miracle, it is your miracle, and your miracle to say. A person who hasn't worked, prayed, or journeyed on the same path, although well-meaning, will not recognize that. And that's also something to be very careful of as well, which I hadn't done, because I was so excited about my plans, and then I realized that I'm in a space of working from spirit at the moment, and spirit is about faith and building faith, whereas the person I was having a conversation with was more from a space of fear, even though they were not recognizing that themselves. And then it put me back in a space of fear rather than the faith that I'd been building for the past 3 days. So the wisdom in that is it's funny because it's visiting me now, but in the moment I was not at all pleased. I was just ready to throw in the towel. I had also lost motivation to record a thought today. I was just I just can't be bothered. And I just I literally wanted to bake as well. I was so happy, I had such an amazing day, and just to think that one incident really just set me. And I think it's because when God visits you and tells you to do something, that's something I have to remember and take responsibility and accountability for. God has visited you. Higher powers have come to you. They've not come to this other person. So I didn't, although I had a right to be mad, I didn't have a right to be mad at that person, because they didn't go through the same mental process and the spiritual and emotional process that I went through, and the work that I was willing to put out and do in order for me to receive these revelations that to them they couldn't see as revelations because they didn't put in the work. So that's also something that I have to take accountability for, and recognize that that was an error on my part. Don't discuss matters of higher powers with an individual that is not aligned. Instead, take it back to higher powers or talk to someone that's aligned. However, I realized the importance, well, I'd written on the other hand because it sounded smoother, but I ended up adding more information. But I realized the importance of processing how I'm feeling and honoring that feeling and moving forward by channeling that energy so it doesn't then linger for longer than it needs to. And with that being said, here's a footage. I'm going to attach the footage of what I made 2 hours before breaking fast at midnight. Hi, so this is the food that I've prepared to break my fast. So I've got vanilla soya yogurt with flax seeds, walnuts, cashews, cantaloupe seeds, and some almond butter, and the juice from the cantaloupe. And then here I've got lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. I'm gonna put hot water when I break my fast. That's the first thing I'm gonna drink. Then I'm gonna have the dates, and then I've got cantaloupes and strawberries. So I'll start with this, and then work my way with this, and then this, and then just over here I've prepared what I'll have for dinner tomorrow. So I saw a recipe on YouTube. So that's chickpeas. I'm going to season those tomorrow. I did them last because they needed to defrost. Got some red onions, some broccoli stems, some sweet potato, purple sweet potato, the cauliflower leaf, then seasoned cauliflower, the aubergines there for the baba ganoush, which I'm going to roast, and then some fava beans for my full medamas. I think I've said that correctly. So yeah, so that will be breakfast. That'll be the dip that I'll have with the zatar. So the baba ganoush and zatar and olive oil with Arabic bread, Middle Eastern bread, and then that will be for dinner. And then I'll have like a yogurt at the base. People use Greek yogurt, but I'm going to use soya yogurt as a base. Then it's got tahini, I think tahini, cumin, paprika, and lemon juice. But yeah, I was super excited to share my thoughts and experiences after breaking the fast at midnight. My goodness, was I so thankful for food. I chose like light food that was also going to hydrate my body and not be too rough. As you can see in the video, my body has gone through a detox, and I had to make sure that I honored it by the food that I feed it. And honestly, it made me like give thanks to food that keeps us alive, that nourishes our body, alongside bringing people together to ensure that food ends up being planted, grown, produced on our shelves, stoves, fridges and plates. I took in every bite with appreciation and gratitude, a divine experience. I took in every single flavour. The juices of the melon were dripping from my lips and landing on my chin, and I must say I was just taking in everything with a deeper appreciation. I definitely learned a lot during these 3 days about what my body is capable of and experiencing the power of mind over matter. As today I experienced hunger pains, I then diagnosed myself and realised my body had acid that was not being used to break down food. So now I was feeling it severely. I had to breathe through it. As this rising, I decided to dry fast till 4 p.m. So I felt like my body was protesting. And also, as I say all of this, going back to the power of choice, even how I'm feeling, me deciding to want to throw the towel in, that was a choice. And watching that video really helped me, because then I realized that I am choosing to feel this way. I am choosing, although in the moment sometimes it's very difficult to see that. I was like, I am choosing to allow myself to forget these 3 days that I have put and dedicated to this thing that I'm doing, and allowing external things to impact me rather than having faith and continuing that faith. And again, this is a part of the trials and tribulations. Anyways, thank you for listening. I'm gonna go downstairs and get some spring water and add a small rock of Himalayan salt in my water to drink, because I'm feeling thirsty and I want to do that before midnight. But yeah, welcome to Airmythoughts, Tiri, kungo, taura, nyaya, which translates to we are just talking, or we are just having a conversation. That's what we are doing at the end of the day.